Greetings to everybody. How are you today? I hope you are doing well, healthy, and mindful, and advancing in your practice. If you have any question today, please send them in now. I will answer them. Also, please let me know where you come from. I am keeping a tab on the number of people from different countries. Right now we have about 38 countries, people coming in to discuss the Dhamma together. So please let me know where you come from when you send in your questions or your greetings. How is the audio? I hope it sounds okay. From Krit Surapon, Namaskar Ajahn. Adi Aha, Sadhu Sadhu, Anandati Sadhu Sadhu, Prapod Namaskar Ajahn. AJ Lu, good afternoon Ajahn. Chickling Tan, greetings from Vancouver, dear Tanajan. We are keeping the 8 precepts today, Tanajan. Very good. Keep the precepts and practice meditation and developing wisdom, developing mindfulness. This is the path to enlightenment. This is the path to the cessation of sufferings. Meal on meditation. Good afternoon, Tanajan. Listening from Chonburi, Thailand. Sound and video is good. Thank you. Leo Chai Hawk. Sadhu. Sally Chi. Sadhu. Where are you from, Sally? Where are you from, Leo? James Ong. How are you? Where are you from? Please let me know the country you are residing in. Anjali. Sadhu. Luang Po. Chayanit Yamada, Namaskar Ajahn. Fanny Ong, good afternoon Ajahn. Sound and video good from Indonesia. Adeline Chin, good afternoon Tan Ajahn. From Malaysia. Adeline is from Kuala Lumpur. Y Punami Tan, good afternoon Ajahn. May you be well and healthy. Thank you very much. So far, no question yet today. We have about 45 people watching the discussion right now. From Ben Chua, good afternoon, Prajan. I'm from Malaysia. Thank you. Kun Manich, you have to ask in English if it's possible, because this is an English session. So you have to submit your question in English. Maybe I'll try to translate what you ask. If my father is sick and no way of curing him, of healing him, if he chose to die by not taking any more medicine or care, is this considered to be bad karma, to be a suicide? No. If you decide not to continue on with the medication or the therapy, you just want to leave the body alone, since you know nothing can cure it. Just let it exist naturally. If it's gonna die, let it die naturally. This is not considered to be a suicide. It's not committing a bad karma. It's actually a good way to die, to accept death when the time comes, when there are no longer any ways of keeping the body alive. Then just let it happen. From Alex Zhu, good afternoon Ajahn, I am from Indonesia. Thank you. From Ying Wado. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Where are you from, Ying Wado? Clyde J. Brennan. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Where are you from, Clyde? Pang Tek Yor, Ajahn. What is the difference between China Buddhism, Thai Buddhism, and Tibet Buddhism? I think Chinese and Tibetan Buddhism are Mahayana Buddhism, while Thai Buddhism is Theravada Buddhism. There are two distinct schools of Buddhism, Mahayana and Theravada. Mahayana believes more in the development of the 10 perfections or paramis and to become a Buddha eventually, while Theravada Buddhism follow the Noble Eightfold Path for becoming enlightened in this very lifetime. Mary Ann. Where are you from, Mary? Cornell Kennedy. Wandami Ajahn from Indonesia. Which is more wise? Offer crystal or gold, let's say worth $10,000 to stupa, or offer the same 10,000 for food to people who practice meditation. That depends on who needs it most. See? Both have value, have benefits. So it depends on which one is more useful or more important. For me, I think supporting people who practice meditation is more important than building stupa. But if there are no people who can practice meditation, then building stupa can also be beneficial because it will remind people of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So it's up to you also, your personal preference. Some people like to build stupas, build Buddha Rupa. They then support that type of dana. Some people like to see people become enlightened, so they support meditators. From UTPS Vanich, thank you very much, Rajan. You're welcome. I think you're from Thailand. Okay. Question from Jonathan E. Piscor, Eastern USA. What is the relationship between fear and the three poisons, lopa, dosa, moha? Is it true that fear is just a type of dosa? I think you can say that. I think you can say it is a type of dosa. Fear is opposite of lopa. Lopa is greed, wanting to have something, while dosa is wanting to get rid of something. When you're afraid, you want to get rid of the things that you are afraid of. But sometimes fear is considered to be separate, like when you have equanimity, then you will be without lopa, dosa. You have no love, hate, fear, or delusion. So anyway, there are defilements. They are the ones that cause you to have dukkha. So you must get rid of them. Lok Hyungji, good afternoon, Ajahn. May you be well and healthy. I'm from Malaysia, Kedah. Thank you. Hai Eng Il, interceptive karma. Please explain with example, Bhante. Is interceptive karma powerful? I'm not sure what it is really. This is the first time I heard of it. I think it's mental karma, right? There are three types of karma: mental karma, physical karma, and verbal karma. These three types of karma has the mental karma as the instigator. You have to think first before you can say or do anything with your body. So mental karma is considered to be the most important karma. That's why we train our mind with mindfulness and wisdom to take control of the mental karma, especially the mental karma that creates dukkha, which are the defilements or the cravings. Gavin DePong from America, from USA, from Washington State. Hello, Ajahn. Does the quality of anapanasati change as one progresses, changing from something that is easy to slip away to a breath that remains steady in the chest, subtle and bringing a gentle peace and happiness without requiring too much effort? Thank you from Vancouver, Washington. As you advance in your meditation practice, you'll find that doing meditation is easier without requiring much effort because you know how to do it. The stronger your mindfulness, then the easier will be for your meditation, for your mind to enter into peace and calm. From Dhammadatta, Vandami Ajahn. Where are you from, Dhammadatta? Ben Chua, Rajan, may you explain what does Dhamma mean in simple words? Thank you. There are many definitions of Dhamma. The main one is the teaching of the Buddha. The Dhamma is the teaching of the Buddha, like Dana, Sila, Pavana. These are Dhamma, the teaching of the Buddha. But Dhamma can also be used in general terms, meaning things or anything. Sabbe Dhamma Anatta, for instance, it means everything is anatta. Everything means animate and inanimate, people, animal, and trees, and rocks. Everything like this are called Dhamma also. They are anatta, no self. So there is specific Dhamma, meaning of Dhamma, which means the Dhamma teaching. Both and also the result from practicing the Dhamma teaching, you can also get the Dhamma result. Like you attain to various level of Dhamma attainment, for instance. So Dhamma is quite a word that has so many different meanings. You just have to feel it when you read it. You will be able to find out which meaning it does mean in that context of your reading. From Zach Shia, Namaskar Ajahn. This is Zach from Singapore. Hope you are well over there. Thank you, Zach. You are the teacher who teaches the English to the school, to the student in the Puru school, right? I think so. You have gone back to Singapore now. I hope you are well also. Question from Jonathan Piscor. Question number 2. I have noticed something I cannot explain. After my awareness focuses on feelings of pain, discomfort, or coldness, they disappear or almost go away. For instance, the other day I was meditating out in the cold. My hands felt cold before practice. But during practice, if I try to investigate this cold feeling, it seemed to slip away. I could not find it. So what is going on there? Well, this is because it's anicca. Feeling is not permanent. It can be changing. It can come and go. It can appear and disappear. So what you have to know, just know that this is so, that this is anicca. It is anatta. You cannot control it. So if you want to have it to be there, and if it's not there, it can cause you dukkha. So you should not have any desire toward these feelings, whether it's here or not here. Just leave it alone. This is the way to deal with everything. Not to have any desire or craving toward them. Leave them alone, because you cannot control them. Mean Wuttalin Fort. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Hi, Mean. Where are you from? Michael, CHNJ. Sadhu, Sadhu, Tanajan. I am from Malaysia. What is the state of the mind when one is in samadhi or jhana? Calm, peace, stillness. This is the state of jhana, absorption. You are absorbed in concentration, in emptiness. The mind stops functioning temporarily. All the thoughts disappear. And all that is left is just the knowing. From Kim S. Chua, greetings from Kuantan in Malaysia, Ajahn. Thank you. Clyde J. Brennan from Phang, Chiang Mai. Thank you. Wuttalin Fort. Sadhu. Question number 3 from Jonathan E. Piscor. How does karma actually work? It works when you say something, or you do something, or you think about something. This is how karma works. Is the universe keeping track of our actions and giving us punishment? No, there's nobody keeping track of your karma except it's like the work of nature, like the wind blow, like the waves in the ocean. When they start moving, they create consequences. When the wind starts blowing, it can cause a storm. It can destroy things. When the waves become big like a tsunami, it can also cause destruction. So these are natural processes. There's nobody keeping track of them. Karma, our mental, physical, and verbal karma are like that. Once you do it, the result will appear in your mind. If you do good karma, you will feel good. If you do bad karma, you'll feel bad. Anna Goldman, hi Ajahn, how are you? I'm from the US. Thank you. I am fine. I hope you are well too. Why Punamitan? Ajahn, I have a question. I am from Singapore. In working place, if we meet someone whom she cannot get along with me, just a very strange feeling from this particular person. Is it due to our past karma? Both she and I related somehow. Some colleagues, we can get along pretty well. Please explain. Yes, sometimes when we run into people, we might like them, we might not like them, or we might have some neutral feeling toward them. That's because in the past we have this kind of reaction toward them. So when we see them again, we will have the same reaction toward them. Susanti Jong. From Min Wuttalin Fort. How are you? I am from Cambodia. Thank you. I am well. From Megawati Lao, Satu. From Jun How amulet. Can Kun Pian put with other amulet? I don't understand this question. I'm sorry. You have to explain what do you mean by Kun Pian and amulet. Question number 4 from Jonathan Piscor. When I think about the great evil in the world, I find it hard to explain. Traditional Buddhism argues that evil is clinging, or the 3 bad roots based on clinging. How can we explain great evil with reference to clinging? Well, clinging to your cravings. This is also clinging. You like to something, and in order to get what you want, you might have to do evil things. If you have no wisdom to tell you that it is wrong, people with a lot of delusion will do evil things because they don't know right and wrong. But people with wisdom, they will not do any evil thing because they know the difference between right and wrong, good and bad. Meal on meditation. If we feel discouraged because we could not do some good karma, like great dana, as other feeling of low self, how could we use wisdom to get rid of this discouragement? Well, there are better karma that you can do without having to compete with other people, like keeping the precepts. Keep the 5 precepts, keep the 10 precepts, the 8 precepts, or practice meditation. These are better karma for you to do. And everybody can do it without having to have any money. From Naberti, Namaskaran Ajahn, I'm from Medan, Indonesia. Thank you. Question number 5, Jonathan. What is the best kind of diet for a Buddhist layperson? The best kind of diet is the diet that is available at that time. Just eat whatever you can get and don't be choosy. Just eat to fill the body up, stop the hunger. That's all you have to worry about the diet. No need for any specific foods. If you have no choice, then you have to eat whatever you're given, or you have what you get. But if you can choose, I think then you might avoid, I'm not sure what, but if you know some type of food is bad for the body, then you should avoid. You should think in terms of health more than in terms of enjoyment when you eat, if you have to make a choice. If you don't have a choice, then you just eat whatever you get. Like monks, we just eat whatever we get from our alms collection. We don't have a choice whether to have this type or that type of food. We just eat whatever is given to us. Or we can choose from what we get. If we have many different types of food, then we can choose. But we should choose on the basis of health more than on the basis of enjoyment. From Sai Tan Zin Pio, Satu, Satu. Angit Chendi, good morning Ajahn, big hug to you, and I share my merit with you. Getting married tomorrow. Please share your merit with me. Be happy and stay healthy, Ajahn. Well, I can only share you the wisdom of getting married. You might get happy at first, but later on you will have a lot of problem, a lot of unhappiness. Because when you have to deal with someone, things can change. And that someone that you used to love might not make you want to love anymore. So it's up to you. It's better not to be married. But if you want to marry, you be prepared for a problem that will come when you have to deal with another person who doesn't want to agree with you on everything that you do or say. Jaturong Chu Si, Ajahn, how control mind focus with body? Satu. How control mind focus with body? I'm not sure what do you mean. If you are mindful of the body, you are controlling your mind because you're forcing your mind to just focus on the body and not let the mind go think about other things. You want to control your thinking by using your body as a point of focus. So when you keep watching your body, you cannot go think about other things. From Gleb Aldrich, hello Ajahn, blessing from Melbourne. Thank you. Thank you for your blessing. I hope you are well. Madeline Chin, dear Ajahn, what is the difference between white lies and normal lies? They are lies, both of them they are lies. But white lies are lies that doesn't hurt the people that you lie to and not hurting yourself also. So you have to be careful using white lie. Make sure that it doesn't hurt other people or yourself. White lie is considered as musawada and breaking the 5 precepts. Yes, it is breaking the 5 precepts, but it doesn't hurt you or hurt other people. But if it doesn't hurt other people, but it can hurt you. Because if people later on discover that you lied, you will lose credit, for instance. Please let me know where you come from when you submit in your questions or your comment. From Jessie Tay, good afternoon, Ajahn. The temple where I visited and fell 4 months back. I am recovering and start to slowly walk back again. When I fully recover and able to walk more steady, I will go back to the temple and pray again. With better mindset, not like before, when I always have in mind why Buddha is not protecting me. I am so blessed and thankful that I am better now. Okay, happy to hear that. From Lim Thi Wui, dear Ajahn, thank you for being an inspiration and a guide. Sadhu, sadhu. Where are you from, Lim? Mary Ann, good afternoon, Ajahn. May you be well and happy. I am from Penang, Malaysia. Thank you very much. From Ying Wado, good afternoon, Prajan from Thailand. May I ask a question? If we do any good merit example donation, offering food to the monk, but just share the merit by our wish without chanting, is that considered they will receive the merit that I do? Yes, just wish when you finish giving the donation, then just make a wish. Like, I would like to offer this merit to this or that person who had departed from this world. You don't need to have water to pour on. You don't have to have a monk to come and chant for you. You don't need to do any chanting. From Tyler Rowell, howdy from Oklahoma. Hello, thank you for your participation. Tyler Rowell, any tips to block out outer noises and focus on breathing and meditation? Well, you can use an earplug if you have noises coming in, or go into a room where you can block the sound, like a soundproof room. Otherwise, you just have to ignore the noise that come into your mind. Just keep focusing on your breathing and meditation. If you cannot focus on your breathing, try using a mantra first. Recite a mantra, or you can recite a chant. Do some chanting. The chanting doesn't have to be a long chant, but you have to re, uh, rechant it again and again. Like Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, Sanghang Saranam Gacchami. Keep doing it until you might feel comfortable with the noise and ignore the noise. Then you can then focus on your breath. So first, if you can do physically remove yourself away from the noise, then do it. If you cannot, then you just have to remove your mind away from the noise by ignoring the noise, by concentrating on chanting or reciting a mantra first, if you find you cannot focus on your breathing. From Pimpon Sawong, thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu. From Prangza JW, deeply respect to Prajan. Where are you from, Prangza JW? Jaja from Malaysia. Namadatta, good afternoon, Ajahn from India. Good afternoon to you. Hokkien Teo, Sadhu, Sadhu. Where are you from, Hokkien? Teddy Augustian. Wandami Ajahn, regards from Teddy, Indonesia. Thank you. Adeline Chin, I injured my back a few days back and I have to lay down. I'm unable to sit at the moment. Is it okay to meditate while laying down? Although I know it's not ideal, is that okay? Yes, it's okay. It's better than not do any meditation at all. You might fall asleep though. But it's better than not doing meditation and feel miserable with your pain. If you meditate, you might be able to get rid of your misery from the pain. You cannot get rid of the pain, but you can make your mind more comfortable and can deal with the pain more easier if you meditate. Kenny Lee, hi Ajahn, greetings from Malaysia. Is it okay to recite Bhutto and the breath meditation back and forth if our mind is not calm? Yes, you can recite the Bhutto alone first without having to watch the breath until you feel the mind becomes calmer and able to watch the breath. Then you can come back and watch the breath. Some people use Bhutto and the breath together. Like breathing in, you say Bhutto. Breathing out, you recite Bhutto. This is also possible. From IE, Namaskarท่านอาจารย์ good afternoon from Indonesia. From Czech Link 10, dearท่านอาจารย์, the spiritual beings create mental, verbal, and physical karma too. Spiritual beings can only create just mental karma. But this mental karma can also becomes visualized. So he might be visualizing things, since there is nobody to do the verbal or the physical karma. But the spiritual being will create visual images in the mind And these visual images can be acting, saying, doing things. It's like dreaming. See? Spiritual beings can only create dreams, and their dream is being driven by their good and bad karma. If they have good karma driving their dreams, they will have good dreams. If they have bad karma driving their dreams, they will have bad dreams. Alvin Lee, good afternoon, Thanajan. How are you? Trust all is well. See you on Tuesday night. Yes, we'll see you again on Tuesday night. This is a special session today for those who might not be able to attend the Tuesday night meeting. From Satalim, dear Ajahn, good day to you. Is mindfulness impacted by poor memory? No, memory is the result of good or bad mindfulness. So mindfulness is not impacted by poor memory. As one ages, the memory of faculty deteriorates and tends to be forgetful. Thank you, Ajahn. No, your mindfulness is not impacted by poor memory. Your mindfulness is impacted by your mindlessness. You're not being careful, not being mindful. So try to be mindful, try to be careful. And if you have mindfulness, you will have good memory. From Prangsa JW, Care Renaissance, Banamper. Okay, Care working at the Renaissance Hotel in Banamper. When I got angry to someone, I can control my mind for a while and take time more than 15 minutes to pray Bhutto. How can I control and maintain my mind? You have to use mindfulness or wisdom. Mindfulness is like reciting a mantra. When you're angry, you just keep reciting a mantra and then your anger can be controlled. If you have wisdom, you can stop your anger by stopping the cause of your anger, which are your desire. When you want somebody or something to do something for you, and when you cannot get what you want, you get angry. So what you should do is not to expect anything from anybody or anything. Then you will not get angry. From Suchart, you Namo Buddhaya Bante Ajahn. From Hai Eng you, how come Mara lives in a higher heaven than Sakaya Devara? Does this mean Mara is more powerful than Sakaya? I'm not sure. I don't know about these things. I thought Mara is just a personification of evil. It's not a real thing. It's just a personification of the evil of evil. From Monica Chen, good afternoon, Thanajan. Monica from Johor Bahru, Malaysia. May Thanajan be well, safe and healthy. I saw your post on the demise of your mother. My question, how can one assist another on facing the final exam? By practicing meditation, developing calm and developing wisdom. This is something that we all have to depend on ourselves. We cannot rely on other people to help us to face this final exam. We have to do it ourselves. So try to meditate, to have a calm mind, and then develop wisdom, to see that the body is not you, and to see that the body is impermanent. One day it's gonna return to the four elements. From Irene Uy, Satu, Satu. Where are you from, Irene? Question from Nilson Saul, Brazil. Yesterday I heard noises in the mind after meditation. I was worried because it has never happened before. I thought the silence of meditation had sharpened my hearing, so I can hear an internal tinkling and thought I was going crazy. This thought has scared me. Is it normal to hear noises in the mind after meditation? Yes, it's normal. Anything is possible. And all you have to do is to treat them all as anicca, dukkha, anatta. They are mental phenomena, something that can come and go, rise and cease, something you cannot control, something you cannot stop or force it to appear. So just being aware of them, be merely knowing and do not react to them. Don't make any analysis other than that they are anicca, dukkha, anatta, and you will be okay. From Grave Aldrich, dear Ajahn, how to discern if a feeling about someone like fear is just delusion or actual feeling about their mind, or maybe karma. Feeling about someone like fearing someone is just delusion, or actual feeling about their mind, or maybe karma. I'm not sure what your question really is, but as far as fear is concerned, it's your reaction to things that you come across, things that you don't like, or things that you think is gonna hurt you. So you become afraid. Because you have delusion, because you might think that the body is you, and that thing can hurt your body and hurting you. But if you have wisdom, you will be able to know that whatever hurts the body doesn't hurt you, because the body that isn't you. You are not the body. So you have to teach your mind that the body is not you. You are the mind, the one who knows, the one who thinks, and nothing can attack the mind. They can only attack the body, but not the mind. It's only delusion that is the one that is attacking the mind, causing the mind to have dukkha. From Paul Ling Soon, Sadhu Sadhu, Paul from Penang, Malaysia. Thank you. From Shuling Lim, Sadhu Sadhu. From La Seaphone, Sadhu. From Chi Chin Chuan, dear Ajahn, you just had a clean haircut recently. I have donated to the school you recommended. May you be well and happy. Thank you very much for your donation. Yes, every month I have to take a haircut or shave my head on the day before the full moon. From Jip Luomgun, Sadhu Sadhu. From Pauline Soon, Sadhu. S. Fern Chaw, Sadhu. Sunny Lim Lim, Sadhu Sadhu Tanajan. Kenneth Tan Keybox, Sadhu. Sammy Riachi, good morning Ajahn, from Lebanon. Richard Howe, good day, I am from Singapore. Thank you. Good afternoon from Sattha Lim. Good afternoon Ajahn, this is Rachel Lim from Singapore. Thank you. Good afternoon to you. From Sokia Key, I am now in the US and I would like to wish you there to great health, to live safely and to have longevity in order to lead us and teach all of the Dhamma. Thank you for your well wishes. From Supasara Tutupala, Wishing you a good health, Pante, from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Thank you. Sweet Tan, dear Tanajan. Sweet from Vancouver. May Ajahn be well. I have a question regarding reciting Bhutto. When dealing with unwholesome thoughts, does it depend on the nature of the thought that sometimes we have to change how we recite, like reciting it fast, or slow, internally loud or soft, to get the attention of our mind? Yes, you might have to vary your reciting the Bhut of your mantra. Just see which one is working for you at that time. Sometimes fast is good, sometimes slow is good. So, but you don't want to make any sound if it's possible. From Megawati Lao, good afternoon, Ajahn from Medan, Indonesia. Good afternoon to you. From Sammy Viachi, sometimes there is mindfulness and kilesa present in the mind at the same time. In this case, what do we do? You should use mindfulness to stop your kilesa. Don't follow your kilesa. When your kilesa want you to do something, you should stick to your mindfulness, like reciting a mantra, until your kilesa stop, before you can then stop reciting the mantra. Yes, should we stay with the breath and ignore the kilesa? Yes. Just stick with the breath on the mantra and just ignore the kilesas. Our goal in our practice is to get rid of our kilesa by not following them, by not doing what they ask you to do. From Ben Chua, Rajan, may I understand the general of Dhamma this way, like general Dhamma as the law of universal consists of three mechanisms, like the law of nature, separate in three parts: physical part, mind part, and the law of karma. Physical part consists of four elements, as the nature of impermanent, and mind part consists of rise and disappear as the nature of impermanent. And these two mechanisms is controlled by the karma, consists of good karma, neutral bad karma, and body, speech, and mind. Yes, I think you get it right here. But what is really important is your karma. So you have to watch your karma. Don't worry about the other thing. Just watch your karma. Watch your especially your mental karma, your thoughts. Try to stop your thought that is generating bad karma, like cravings. The three cravings are considered to be the root cause of all bad karma. Sooner or later, when you have cravings, you will do bad karma. So if you have no cravings, you will never do any bad karma. From Irene Uy, Sadhu, Sadhu. From SK Tan Mudita, Prajan, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Joseph Chi, dear Ajahn, greetings from Malaysia. I would like to ask if belief in Hindu deities contradict our belief in Lord Buddha, as some monks seem to worship Ganesh as well. Thank you. In belief in Hindu deities will contradict our belief in Lord Buddha. Not really, because the Buddha taught about the deities, that the mind of us can become deities if we do good karma. But we don't follow the teaching, that's all. We only follow the teaching of the Buddha. If anybody's teaching contradicts the teaching of the Buddha, we must disregard those teachings. Just follow the Buddha's teaching. If their teaching doesn't contradict the Buddha's teaching, we can follow those teachings also. From Monica Chen, Sadhu, and my deepest respect to your answer. Sunny Lim, Ajahn Suchart want to ask now. After meditation, quite often I have tears flowing from my eyes, so I just acknowledge it's water element. I am from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you so much. Yes, just acknowledge whatever happens, either before, during, or after meditation. Anything happens, just acknowledge that they are anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you will be okay. Because you shouldn't react to anything. That's the goal of our practice, just to have equanimity. Ben sure we follow the Buddha teaching as Buddha Dhamma to get rid of all form, cause of suffering, and eliminate all form of suffering back to the pure mind state. Yes, we want to purify the mind, getting rid of the three bad karma, mental karma, the craving for sensual pleasure, craving for beings, and craving for not being. By the practice of meditation, by the practice of dana, sila, and bhavana. From Chang Chi Chun, Satu Satu. Where are you from, Chang Chi Chun? From Sammy Riachi. Sometimes letting go of our ego around the wrong people leads to dire consequences. How important it is to be surrounded by the right people on this spiritual path, particularly with regard to going beyond ego. It's very important to be surrounded by people who have already let go of the ego, like the Buddha and his noble disciple. Otherwise, they will use the ego to teach you to support your ego, not to get rid of your ego. But if you are surrounded by the Buddha's disciple, they will teach you to let go of your ego, regardless of the consequences, because the consequence of letting go of your ego is supreme happiness. From Pramza JW, thank you, Ajahn, for tips, and I will practice. My working at hotel still open and hope situation will be back as normal soon. On Monday, I will go to give food at the temple and will practice my meditation too. Sadhu, sadhu. Question from Fabian Uktaloni, if I pronounce your name correctly, from London, UK. Would a Theravada Buddhist sacrifice their life to save another person's life out of love and compassion? It depends on that individual. It doesn't have to be Buddhist. If someone loves someone bad enough and willing to give up his or her own life, then they will do it. So it doesn't have to do with anything with Buddhism. For example, save a child drowning in a river while risking their life. Sometimes people say that so-called Mahayana Buddhism has more compassion, whereas Theravada school is more selfish and only concerns itself with our own escape from samsara. It is a misunderstanding. Yes, because in Theravada we use reason, we use rationality more than emotion. Why give up your life to save someone else's life when you have to use your own life to save your own life, to salvage yourself from samsara? So if you give up your life, then you miss a great opportunity to be able to save yourself from samsara. So the goal of Theravada Buddhism is to save ourselves first, before we save other people. You might call this selfish, but it's the truth. If you cannot save yourself, how could you save other people? If the Buddha did not save himself first, how could he save so many of us now? So the Buddha have to become enlightened first. Then he can then teach other people to become enlightened. If he is not enlightened and he keep teaching people, he will not be able to teach them to become enlightened because he himself hasn't become enlightened yet. The very fact that Ajahn is teaching others implies compassion. Yes, but compassion with reason, with rationality. Before I start teaching, I spend all my time practicing teaching myself first. Once I have finished teaching myself, then I can then devote the rest of my time to teach other people. But if I could not teach myself first, how could I teach other people? From Po Ling Soon, Tanajan from Malaysia. How long for that mind to find new body after death? It depends on the amount of karma that you have done. It depends on the balance of your good and bad karma. As soon as your bad and good karma become balanced, then you take up birth, a human birth. But if the two karmas are not in balance, meaning the good and the bad karma are equal, if the bad karma is still stronger than the good karma, then you will still be be born in the lower realm of existence. Or if your good karma is more than your bad karma, then you will still be born in the higher realm of existence. You have to wait until the two karma becomes equal. The good and bad karma become equal. Then they cannot cause you to be born in other realms except the realm of human. We have about 2.5 minutes left. So I have to give you this warning. If you are not typing any question yet, please don't do it because I will not be able to have the time to answer your questions. But if you are still typing your question now, please complete your question and send them in because I will have to stop this meeting pretty soon. It's almost 1 hour. It's about 58 minutes now. From Madeline Chin, Ajahn, can we get more information on the school to donate? Is there someone who can get us in touch with? We would like to make some donations. You can check with Ling Tan. She helped us to facilitate our connection with the school. So Ling Tan is right below your comment. Or check if you read her question, could you please send her the information about the school, how to contact, how to make a donation to Adeline Chin. Check Ling Tan, dear Tanajan, fear of being reborn again, being in samsara is considered a good fear. Yes, because it will then cause you to practice, to get rid of the defilements. From Take Home Go, Tanajan, I am from Kuala Lumpur. What is the right way to make general requisite invitation offer to a monk? What to avoid in the invitation offer? Or you just say to the monk that should he wants anything as far as the 4 requisites of life is concerned, please let you know, and then you can give them. You can put a limit on it, like the amount of money that you will be able to give, if you like, or you don't have to put any limit and just decide how much you can offer if you've been asked to offer. But you should first make the invitation to monks because monk cannot ask you for anything without giving the invitation first. From Irene Uy, good afternoon, Ajahn. Thank you. May Ajahn be well and happy, stay well and safe. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Irene from Penang, Malaysia. Thank you. From Sai Tan Sip, Payo. Dear Ajahn, wishing you well and thank you for the Dhamma teaching. I am from Shan State, Myanmar. I would like to ask a few questions without much literature knowledge on meditation. How can I know that meditation is progressing as I meditate? Well, if you progress, you'll find yourself happier, your mind is more calmer, and you are more able to control your emotions, like your hate, your fear, for instance. These are the signs of progress in meditation. We can control better our emotion. Our mind is more calm, more happy, and our desire are less. There are not much sign in the physical state. It's only in the mental state. The mind becomes calmer, happier, lighter, but the body will not change much. Does it have an approximate time frame to meditate to reach a level like jhana? It's not the time frame, it's the amount of concentration or mindfulness you develop. The stronger the mindfulness, then the closer for you to attain to jhana. So try to develop mindfulness as much as possible at all times, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, like reciting a mantra, or keep focusing on what you are doing at the moment. Don't let your mind go into the past or into the future. Then when you have time to meditate, you'll find that the mind will become calm very easily and quickly. From Lisa Wu, Hi Ajahn, what is the difference between kilesa and samsara habit? Well, they are the same because kilesa are the ones that causing you to have this samsara habit. The samsara habits are the three cravings: craving for sensual pleasure, craving for being, and craving for not being. From Lu Miu Ling, Satu Satu. Someone written in Chinese character, thought just happen in the mind naturally. Why must we stop the thought or even control it? Because your thought can be good or bad. Thought can create good or bad feeling. So what you want to do is you want to stop the thought that create bad feeling and let the thought that create good feeling to happen. Should we be just mindful on its nature? The more I wanted to stop or control a thought, the more thought I will be generating to stop it. No, because you don't know the way to stop or control your thoughts. You have to use kamatana, the object that can control your thought, like mindfulness of breathing, reciting a mantra. In doing this, you will be able to stop your thought. From Joseph Chi, thank you Ajahn for your clarification, Satu. This is a reply to Adeline from Checklink 10. Hi Adeline, you can send a message to the FB page, Friends of Puru School YSS80, or you can message me. I would be happy to provide you with more information on donating to the school. Thank you, Check. From Lisa Wu, those devas that visited Buddha and always bright and lighten up the grove. Does Buddha preach the Dhamma in samadhi or in the physical form? In samadhi. And it has to be the upajjhara samadhi, not the appana samadhi. Appana samadhi does not contact any spiritual beings. You have to have the ability to enter into upajjhara samadhi before you can contact with the spiritual beings. From Christian Colley, Dear Ajahn, I am in Thailand. My question has three parts. According to you, is the concentration of Kanika Samadhi sufficient to practice the observation of sensations, for example, is not sufficient. You need to have appana samadhi. But once you have kanika samadhi, you will eventually be able to get into appana samadhi, because the difference between kanika and appana is the strength of your mindfulness. When you first get into samadhi, you will be only to be able to get into kanika samadhi, meaning you can become concentrated briefly because your mindfulness is not yet strong enough to keep the mind still for a longer period of time. But as you continue on developing your mindfulness, then eventually you will be able to enter into appana samadhi, meaning you can become still for a long period of time. Once you have this stillness for a long period of time, you will be able to observe your sensation, to see how they rise and cease, to see how they are anatta, for instance. Part 2 of your question: how would you define the concentration of kanika samadhi? For example, is duration clear of the 5 impediments? Kanika samadhi is only briefly, maybe like a flash of lightning. It just only makes the mind flip the mind over from agitation into peace and calm, but very briefly, just to give you a glimpse of what it's like to have samadhi. Once you have this glimpse of samadhi, then you will be encouraged, you will be energized to want to practice more mindfulness, to meditate more. Then eventually you will get more longer duration of samadhi. Kanika is like a sample of samadhi, that you have a glimpse of what it will be like. Once you have seen samadhi, experienced samadhi, you will be addicted, or you will be inspired to have more samadhi. What is the main difference with the following samadhi? Your question number 3 somehow is not clear enough. The difference between the following samadhi, you did not define what they are. So maybe it's in your later comment. I'll see to it. I'll see if you can send them in later on. There are 3 types of samadhi really: kanika, appana, and upachara. Kanika and appana are the same type of samadhi, meaning the mind becomes calm, peaceful, and have equanimity. The difference between them is that one is short and one is longer. Kanika is short samadhi, appana samadhi is longer samadhi. While upachara samadhi is a different type of samadhi. It's a samadhi that enables you to have psychic power, the ability to connect to spiritual beings, the ability to recollect past life, the ability to read the mind of other people, for instance. You need to have this upachara samadhi, and in order to get to upachara samadhi, you need to have appana samadhi first. But not many people will be able to acquire upachara samadhi. Only very few people, very few practitioners will have this ability. It's a special ability which is not essential to your enlightenment. What is essential to your enlightenment is akanika and appana samadhi. So if you don't have any psychic power, don't worry about it. Maybe it's better, because if you do, it can become a distraction to your path toward enlightenment. From Kek Yen So, dear Ajahn, greeting from Penang. May Ajahn be well, healthy, and always turning the Dhamma wheel. Thank you. Lisa Wu Tanajana from Singapore. Sorry, forgot to state in my question. With deep gratitude. Thank you. From Sunny Lim. Thanks so much, Ajahn Suchart, for your profound explanation. Sadhu, sadhu. Sweet hand. Thank you, Tanajan, for answering our question. May you be well and stay healthy. Thank you. Kelly Lien, sadhu. Michael Saul, sadhu, sadhu. Tan Siu Hong Satu, Megawati Lao, Ajahn can giving and eating every day of monastery help calm meditation. Not really. What can calm your mind is mindfulness. So you need to have mindfulness. But staying in monastery can help you develop mindfulness. But you have to develop mindfulness. Not merely by being in a monastery will you be able to have mindfulness. Once you're in a monastery, you will then have to force yourself to develop mindfulness. Mindfulness don't come automatically from staying in a monastery. Staying in a monastery will help get rid of some of the obstruction to your development of mindfulness. But you still have to develop mindfulness yourself. Bodhi Anagaliya, dear Pante, how to practice Vipassana properly. Vipassana is a contemplation on the nature of life, that life is impermanent, life is suffering, and there's no self in life. From Chin Li Ching, I noticed the mind forget about anicca, dukkha, anatta each time anything happens. How to remind the mind? Thanks. You have to do it by practicing it, by constantly reminding yourself about anicca, dukkha, anatta in every moment of your waking hours. Every time you see something, you say anicca, dukkha, anatta. Every time you hear something, say anicca, dukkha, anatta. What you see, what you hear is anicca, dukkha, anatta. What you think is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Try to teach yourself like this, and then when things happen, you will then you will know that you are facing anicca, dukkha, anatta, nothing else. From Clyde J. Brennan, see you on Zoom, Ajahn. Yes, Tuesday night if everything goes well. From Lisa Wu, to check link 10, please also provide me the info for the school. From Yen Yen, Satu Satu. From check link 10, thank you so much, Ajahn, for this very valuable Q&A session. I love your statement. If I can't teach myself first, how can I teach others? How lucky and blessed we are to encounter your teaching. With deep gratitude to you, Ajahn, you are welcome. From Joshua Lai, good afternoon, Ajahn. If we offer robes to monks and transfer merit to our departed relatives, will they receive it? I am from Malaysia. It depends on their state of existence. If they happen to be a hungry spiritual beings, then they will receive it. But if they are not hungry spiritual existence, they will not depend on your merit because they have their own merit to make them happy. But it's good for us to offer this merit anyway, because not only the departed who will receive this merit, you or yourself will be the one who will receive the majority of your merit. So it's always good to make that donation, make charity, because you are providing yourself with merit which you can use after you die. So you don't have to rely on other people to send you merit when you die. From Pannapan Sithiara Satu, from Christian Kali, means Appana. Yes, Appana Samadhi. Kelly Lin Satu Satu. Mimiti Mina Satu. Kojan Satu Satu. Christian Lim Satu. Okay, thank you very much for all your Satu, your kindness. I hope this meeting will help you advance in your practice, provide you with better understanding of the teaching of the Buddha. In the meantime, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay mindful. And I'll see you again on Tuesday night if everything goes well at about 8 o'clock Thailand time with a Zoom meeting. Thank you and goodbye.